Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, your rail advocate. And I just thought I'd make a bit of a video here and just talk about the current Queensland rail failure. And I got to tell you, there's been a lot of talk in the papers about new drivers. They're training drivers up, and they're doing this, they're doing that, and something that nobody has touched on is the fact that if you look at the number of drivers that QR had in October 2016, when I released the leaks that rocked QR, and you look at the fact that they've been recruiting new drivers internally like they do. They didn't open it up fairly to the public or the voters, the citizens. They had very much a closed shop. They've recruited drivers, and then you take away people who've resigned, retired, got the sack, been jailed as drivers. And did you know we really haven't got a mass of new drivers in front? We're kind of where we started in October 2016. We haven't really got this big mass of new drivers. We probably snafu situation normal. Very concerning. And it was nice of Jackie Trad to state that we got enough guards. Well, Jackie, I don't know how to put this to you, but guards can't drive the damn train. The drivers drive the train. So guards, I understand your union mates would say that's very important, but we need drivers. Drivers is what we need. So that has been an absolute schmozzle. It's interesting to note with QR themselves, there a lot of the electric trains in the city train network, these are trains over 40 years old. Over 40 years old. This is the technology that they're spruiking. This is the sort of stuff when Don Lane was the transport minister. Don Lane, you remember him? He was the Liberal who jumped ship to the Nats, and then he was a bit of a crooked cop, I believe, and this is before he was a politician. Then he was just a crooked politician, and then he went to jail, I believe. And speaking of crooked politician, Crooked Jackie. I mean, America's got Hillary, Crooked Hillary. We've got Crooked Jackie, and it's pretty damn nasty stuff. QR shambles, absolute shambles. I mean, it's probably time we got a new operator in. Did I say privatization? Well, come on. When the state can't run a resource, when they do such a bad job, maybe it needs to be privatized. I mean, I'm not for privatization. I'm not against it. I'm just saying we've got a situation where it's so bad. It should be pretty clear the current system isn't working. And speaking of freezers, when is QR going to stop blaming Australian fauna for rail outages? I mean, do you really believe a bat stopped the network? A bat? A possum? Now, let me explain to you physics. When you have electricity at a certain voltage, a small critter would be carbonized in seconds without pulling the network down. So when is QR going to stop blaming native fauna for your inefficiencies and lack of maintenance, lack of safety, lack of everything? It's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I gotta tell you, everything is pretty bad at QR. Nobody trusts QR. Nobody trusts QR. The National Safety Regulator is investigating 2 recent QR safety breaches. This is the driver who went through the red signal at Roma Street a week or 2 ago, and unfortunate death of a rail worker. So nobody trusts QR. The National Safety Regulator is investigating. That should tell you the type of organization that QR is. QR is extremely toxic, extremely, I mean, everything the government does with QR is to shield blame. See, why didn't they put someone in with rail experience as the CEO? No, they put Nick Easy in. He hasn't done railways before. He's got a huge ego, yes, he's got a huge ego, but he hasn't done rail before. Perfect scapegoat, Jackie, wouldn't you say? So I just wanted to make this video here is that I'm not going away, I'm not scared, I'm not hiding. I am going to be exposing the rot that's at QR. Exposing the rot. I'm here as a rail advocate. I want to see a railway that works. I'm not Labour or Liberal or privatisation or state-owned. I just want a train that works. Take the politics out. I hate both sides. But this is a joke. This is an absolute joke. And it's time it stopped, because it's the voters who are getting shafted. The commuters are shafted. It's time this matter was over. Let's get the thing working. It's time for Nick Easy to go. It's time to have a massive overhaul. This system is just rotten to the core. And I couldn't think of a more rotten minister than Jackie Trad. At least Sterlo was just grossly incompetent. He wasn't nasty like Jackie. Absolute shambles. I can tell you now, I can tell you, this Commonwealth Games we're having, the rail is going to be a disaster. It's going to be not enough drivers. We're going to have cut services on the network. Yep, it's all coming. Don't worry. It's all there. This government should take the blame. The blame. They have really ballsed it up. And Jackie, the 100-day plan, great to see you got that 100-day plan in place. I'd hate to see how bad it is if you didn't have the 100-day plan. 100-day plan. Geez, that came out with such glossy brochures, high-level implementation program. It was all big corporate speak. That was all bullshit. Absolute bullshit. We don't hear about this 100-day plan anymore. What happened? 100 days, it's worse than ever. I'm Paul Pluta, rail advocate, trying to get a rail system that works. Tell me what you guys Think of that.